Hey friends, I'm Mental Love. I just want to make a quick video for you telling you about something that happened at work. Ridiculous. So most people know that I'm a vegan because it just comes up. I don't bring it up 99% of the time. The only time I bring it up is if someone offers me some food that I'm not going to eat because it has dairy or eggs or meat in it. And then that's how the conversation starts. I don't ever be like, "Hey, I'm vegan." Eh. Even if someone asks me over for dinner, I won't be like, well, I'm vegan. I can't really, make sure there's food for me. I'll just be like, well, I could bring something or whatever. Or, people, are accommodating to me, which is great. But I don't proactively tell people I'm vegan. If you looked at my Facebook, you might think otherwise, but that's just where I share stuff that I'm interested in. Doesn't mean that I'm like having these conversations in my daily life, because if you ask my friends and family, you'll find that I don't. So this is what happened at work. I'm eating my lunch. I'm eating rice with chickpeas and some vegetables, and it has some sauces in it and some spices and some onion powder, and maybe had some regular onions. And my food always smells really good, and everybody comments on it. They're like, "Oh man, your food smells amazing." So they ask what I'm eating, and then I tell them. And well, where's the meat? And I said, well, I don't eat meat. I'm a vegan. And so it's always them coming to me. I don't promote it aside from on my Facebook page. I don't go sending messages to people that they should become a vegan. The only time I'll send something to someone is if they have like a health issue and they're really struggling, and I found some information that might be helpful. I'll send it to them. They'll be like, hey, maybe check this out. But I don't be like, you should be vegan. The reason for your disease is because of this, and what the hell's wrong with you? I don't do that. So anyways, this guy comes up to me and he starts shoving. He goes, hey, homie, want to eat some ham? Want to eat some meat? And he puts it right into my face, like within a foot of being in my face. So incredibly rude and disgusting and unkind and uncompassionate. He knows I'm a vegan. Again, I've never brought it up to him. He's asked what I eaten, as other people do. They smell my food, they like it, they like the smell of it, and then they're like, oh, well, yeah, whatever. And I just answer a couple simple questions, and I get on with what I'm doing, playing on my phone or whatever, or just eating my food. This guy shoves it in my face. He's like, oh, come on, eat some meat. You want some meat. I love it. I'm not exaggerating. He literally was acting like that. He's like, come on, meat's good for you. You like the meat. He's being such a jackass. I like this guy, but man, he was being a jackass. And and I said, no, man, no thanks, buddy. And I'm like, clearly I'm telling him like, this is not okay. I didn't say, hey, fuck off, man. I just said, no, buddy, I don't want your meat, man. Whatever. I didn't even say that. I just said, no thanks, man. Literally like that. And he continued, it's meat, buddy. Don't fucking eat the meat. And I'll tell you, people always do this to vegans. I never did this to vegans, although I was pretty ignorant when I ate meat. But I never put meat in someone's face. My ex-girlfriend did that to me too. She started buying pepperonis because I bought all the food, and she started buying pepperonis and bringing them home, and she's like, "Oh, you want pepperoni?" Like, such a loser. And so insecure people do this. People that are so self-righteous about their diet. People think vegans are self-righteous, but man, it's really the other way around. The only time I bring it up is if someone asks, what do you eat? Whatever. And I say, well, I don't eat this, or whatever. Or if they offer me something, I say, no, it has milk or eggs or dairy in it, or meat. And I just say, no, thanks. And I say, well, you don't eat that? And I said, no, I'm vegan actually. Oh, okay, cool. But then, they'll say, okay, cool. But then, you'll see them again and they're like, hey, you want a steak? Let's get a burger. Let's get hey, you want a burger? And people are really, really ignorant towards vegans. You have no idea until you become one. Vegans are very strong people. Otherwise, they'd be like going around killing everyone because they're like, fuck you. Fucking telling me to eat a steak every time you have something to eat, or shoving meat in my face. Like, fuck you. But we are kind, compassionate people. You might not think so because our beliefs are different than yours, and you don't agree with it, and you have personal beliefs about the science which are not true, and you're holding on to your identification, but doesn't mean we're not kind people. I mean, you become vegan because you're kind, and or you do it for health reasons, and then you realize, like I did, that hey, the animals have feelings too. People have feelings. No one deserves to be hurt. We shouldn't, we could eat other things, and they're way healthier. So, anyways, this guy starts shoving it in my face and whatever, and then he's going on about, oh, look, man, a ham bone soup and whatever, blah, blah. And I'm just being quiet. He's now talking to someone else about it and whatever, and they love this and that, and I'm like, oh, cool, whatever. People say what they're eating, and they're eating meat. I'm like, ah, cool. I don't say, hey, well, why you shouldn't eat that. I just don't. And so then he's like, well, Ami, though, you need to eat meat, though. Like, meat's good for you. Like I know so many people. Like, I know a woman, and she had a vegan child, and the kid died from deficiencies and whatever. And I said, well, it's been proven that vegan diet is healthful for all those stages of life development. And he's like, no, it's not. And I'm like, well, that's what's been proven. And I said, it doesn't mean you're healthy just because you're vegan. I said, you can eat potato chips and be a vegan, but that's not healthy. You got to eat whole foods, plant-based diet, avoid processed foods, and whatever. And then he just continued, and I answered it like that. And then, I didn't continue. He just kept going and going and going. And I said, well, he's like, whoa, no, you eat meat, and meat's, we evolved, and this is how we evolved, and then we always had meat, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, that's not really what history shows. And he's like, oh, yeah, it is, whatever. And I said, well, I don't really want to have this conversation, whatever. And continued on and said how you need meat, and it doesn't cause cancer and all this. And vegans get cancer as much as whatever. And I'm like, well, you know what? The science shows that all-cause mortality is lower in vegans. The more you go towards vegan diet, the less disease you have. And he goes, no, it's not, whatever. I said, well, maybe you should check out nutritionfacts.org. And he's like, well, it's biased, And it's like, man, you're so ignorant. You're just defending your point for the sake of it, because that's what you believe. And that's when it becomes religion. Then they accuse the vegans of being religious. But man, meat eaters are the most religious people on the planet, even more than fundamentalist Christian religious people. I will tell you that. Meat is a religion. Believe it. And, so he kept going on. I said, you know what? I don't really want to talk about it. Check out nutritionfacts.org if you want. Do whatever you want. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. And he goes, okay, well, whatever. And I continue. He's like, yeah, well, send me that website. I said, well, I don't have your email. And he gave me his email. So I want to read to you what I wrote to him, just for the record. Hey, maybe you'll watch this video. I don't know. And to be clear, I really like this person, but I was very unthrilled with his behavior. So I said, hey, blank, I'm not going to say the name. Ami here from work. I just wanted to mention something. I would appreciate if you wouldn't taunt me about eating meat. I have never tried to convert you to being vegetarian or vegan. If it came up, it was only when you asked what I was eating or someone else in the room. Certainly, I would appreciate if you wouldn't put meat in my face. I'm only sending this because you said you wanted to look at it to inform yourself, and in response to the inquiry you initiated unprompted. I have no desires to be right or have a further conversation about this at work. It's just too heated, and people identified with their food choices so much. I respect the way you eat, and I hope you respect mine. On this site, which is the most reliable source of information of nutrition science available, you can search any health condition or food item to find out what the peer-reviewed and conflict-free science says about it. And then I gave the nutritionfacts.org website. Take care, Ami. So that's my response. I actually was tempted to not even send him anything, but I really, there's so much bullshit at work sometimes. People are so arrogant and unkind, and when you report about it, you look like you're the one that has the problem, when it's like, man, people are just assholes. When you see someone that's quiet, generally, and nice, actually someone at work just told me recently, I was talking to them about something that someone else said, and And he said, oh, I'd fucking choke you if I could. And I was like, why? You know, it's unbelievable. And he said, well, you know, thing is, when someone sees a weakness, they'll capitalize on it. So you gotta razz people back. And I'm just not like that. I don't razz people. I don't use sarcasm. I hate sarcasm. But I understand that most people do. And I'm not going to change my ways. You know, I'm not going to start razzing people. I'm going to just be like, you know what? I appreciate that you find this funny, and, you know, but I'm just not interested in that. So a lot of bullshit at work. I'm dealing with it. I really want to keep my job because the money's going to be good in the end. And I like my job. And I generally like the people there. Anyways, so I was tempted not to send this email back to this person, but I decided, you know what, I am going to send this because I do need to set a boundary. That's actually harassment, you know, really. And actually been harassed more than once at work. And I've had to set some boundaries because, you know, it's just crazy. So the point is of this whole video, I'm kind of meandering on now, but point is, if you have power, I mean, any man can rape any child or any woman, but doesn't give him the right to do so just because they have the ability to. Any human being with a gun can kill any animal. You know, I would love to see someone kill an animal with their bare hands, and most people couldn't. You know, even try a chicken or something. Like, I doubt it. They're going to peck your fucking hand off. You know what I mean? Try catching a fish with your hands. Good luck. They're so slippery. You won't be able to do it. So we use weapons that make us more powerful than we actually are. And that is actually, you know, really, really sad. You know, what are we doing in the world? We're using all these weapons that make us more powerful so we can use our beliefs we foist our beliefs upon other people, and we oppress them. Or we seek revenge, you know what I mean? You know, in like, you know, ways that are out of proportion, you know what I mean? So someone, you know, says something bad to you, or they say something violent, and then you go and kill them, you know what I mean? You know, you could drop a bomb on them, you know what I mean? So using weapons is really unwise. It's not beneficial for anyone. You should be able to live your life with your own body, with your own hand, and with your own mind, and your own words and your own wisdom. So I just wanted to share this. And if you're one of my friends, I really hope that you stop talking about eating meat and trying to, you know, say, why don't you eat a steak on me? You know, I love you, whoever is watching this, who does this, because there's many. I have to say, one of my good friends, Adam Wallington, is one of the most respectful people I know about it. He disagrees with me about eating meat. He's not completely uncompassionate about it, that's for sure. But he does not try to force his views on me, and he's sympathetic to the cause. It's just that his choices are different at this time. And I have to say, like, he's one of my best friends for a reason, you know, and for years, like, wow, for 10 years I've known him, wow. And super special guy, super special talented guy. And I wish, you know, my other friends that are disrespectful about the fact that I'm vegan would follow his lead, you know, and just don't force your diet on me. You know, don't try to tell me to eat a steak because you think I need it, because you think you need it. You think you need it, so keep it on your plate, keep it in your mouth, keep it in your head. It's not cool. It doesn't make you any better. It actually makes you look like a fool. So, I love you guys. Just wanted to share this long video. Hope you have a great day. Peace.